Fuck it, it's a late night show, nigga. Come on stage, bro. Come on, nigga. You want to talk all that shit? Bring your ass up here. Let us see some of that terrible out. Man, just bring your ass on stage, nigga. Stop yelling from the. You can turn this. Come on stage, bro. Well, come on stage. They won't kick you out. Come on, your tab ain't number $16, nigga. I take care of it. That nigga he back there drinking Coors Light, nigga. Come on stage, bro. They won't kick you out. I promise. They're not gonna kick you out. Come on stage. Are you coming? If you don't come on stage, you're gonna get kicked out. To make up your mind. Alright? So you can't bring black people nowhere, nigga. This is why I tell racist jokes so niggas don't come. Man, come on stage, nigga. Like, ain't no room. That's his last heckle. The next one get him kicked out if he don't come on stage. Oh, they got a spotlight. Hey, if you come on stage, I'll buy you a bucket of beer. I'll buy you a bucket of beer. Jesus. Y'all see why I don't like black people? How much is it gonna take you to come on stage? I'll buy your whole table around of Hennessy shots. I know that's what y'all drink. I didn't think he wanted no smoke. That nigga wanna talk in the shadows. Nigga try to ruin the whole show, man. All these fucking good ass white people at my show. And you wanted to show them the reason George Floyd got his neck nailed on. Don't ooh at that joke. It's just a joke, man. I would have never kneeled on George Floyd's neck. I would have shot that nigga. That was...
What it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Say, man. Oh, my God. Let me tell you something. I just tried to listen to the video with this comedian dude. I can't even remember his name. Lucas, whatever. I don't care to remember it. Willie D set him down. And they did an interview. I couldn't even make it all the way through the interview. It seemed like it got worse and worse and worse. Lucas, you the perfect Negro, hands down. Before I get to you, though, I just want to address something. Willie D, I know you called him out, and it looked very noble, and it looked like you like the spokesman for black people, and you addressing him for saying he would have shot George Floyd and this and that, and you kind of made him stand on that shit. But I want to make something very clear. Willie D, Steven Jackson, all you H-Town motherfuckers that done came out the woodworks, that shit ain't got shit to do with black people, bro. That was just a motherfucker from Houston. This some city shit, bro. That's some city shit. Jay Prince might come out and say something about it. I don't know. It's some H-Town shit. It's the same reason why Jay Prince never signed a rapper out of Dallas. You know, little H-Town Dallas B. But, nah, he never signed Mo3. But anyway, or Tum Tum and Fat B now. Or none of that shit. But, or Pookie and Lucci. But the point I'm saying is, there's some H-Town shit. Willie D, you just offended that he said something about a dead man from H-Town. I don't mean to say dead man. A man that got killed that's from H-Town. It ain't about the police officer that killed or none of that, bro. It's some H-Town shit. It's some H-Town shit, bro. That's all. What happened to George Floyd was definitely a tragedy. I think it was very fucked up. It was definitely wrong. It was definitely racist. And that shouldn't have happened to that man. Nah, it was wrong. But what was even more crazy than that is the outrage in black people. But let me tell you some real shit. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Black people didn't really give a fuck about that shit. The only reason why black people started to even act like we gave a fuck, it wasn't what the police officer done. It was when celebrities started saying something. Whenever a black celebrity say something and they get offended and they call racism, we jump our happy ass up and we ready to fight with our rappers and shit. That's how we are. We are robots for black celebrities. It wasn't until the celebrities said something. It wasn't. You would have thought Steven Jackson turned into Dr. King doing that shit. Bro, that was just one of your homies from H-Town, bro. That motherfucker looked like he was finna become a revolutionary off that shit. Bro, like, nah, bro. Listen. But this, I want to make something very clear. I could never diss George Floyd. Rest in peace to that man. Even if he wasn't a good man in real life or none of that, he still didn't deserve what happened to him. So they say he beat on women. You can say that. You can say he was on dope. You can say he was trying to sell cigarettes or whatever he was trying to sell. Even if he had crack on him, bro, that don't give the police officer the right to kill the man. So I can't justify the police officer's actions. But black people just have selective outrage. I think that's the biggest shit since probably what's that motherfucker that got beat on Rodney. Yeah, Rodney. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's about the biggest shit since then, and it just seemed like a lot of outrage. I've seen shit that the police have done that's worse than that. Because, you know, because there's a lot of black people think he should have got his ass killed. I think it's 50-50. I think at least half of black people in America really don't give. They felt like shit. His ass shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have resisted arrest. He shouldn't have been high. And that's what we say most of the time when one of my partners, he got killed by the law, shot by 30 sometimes, and you know most black people try to say, well, he shouldn't have tried to get away in the car. He was just trying to get away from the scene. He didn't try to he didn't try to run the police officer over. He was fleeing the scene and got hit by 30 sometimes. So it's a lot of times black folks will be the first to say, man, his ass shouldn't have been running. His ass shouldn't have been, and what the fuck was you doing? And all that stuff. So, this Lucas dude, he's saying what a lot of black people really think. So I don't think it's gonna be a whole lot of outrage. They say they trying to cancel him. That shit ain't gonna work, bro. Lucas, he tied in with Joe Rogan, and he has another thing about this Lucas comedian dude. 99% of his audience is all white. Every time he tell jokes, it's in front of nothing but white folks. He has white friends. He grew up in Georgia. Yeah, and he said he grew up around redneck white folks, and they was good to him. He told a story, and you would have thought he was talking about Big Mama. So you know when a brother reminisce on his childhood and he bring up Big Mama and how she made them tea cakes and shit, you would have thought it was one of them kind of stories. That motherfucker said when he was 13, he wrecked his dirt bike and he was stranded, and up over a hill it was a Klan rally, and he was scared because he was always taught that the Klan was hateful. But they came down there and helped me fix my bike, and they helped me fix my dirt bike, and they didn't harm me. So how can we even say that the Klan is racist? Black people are just taught that. They just pro white. They just pro keeping their blood pure, and that's what he said. It's a group of black people that are too. I don't know. Let me tell you something. These black people today are so well behaved. I think white folks gonna even get tired of you, motherfucker, because you too well behaved. White folks like a little bucking every now and then. You motherfuckers ain't gonna never buck. I'm telling you, it's a group of black people that exist today, and for that dollar, they'll never buck. They'll never buck. They'll say yes every time, no matter what master asks them. No matter what he asks you to do, you'll say yes every. Lucas one of them. Yeah, he one of them jump. He say high tight. He one of them. Lucas is proud to be an American, but at least I know I'm free. He one of them. He one of them that when he heard the national anthem and the pledge allegiance to the flag, that motherfucker hold his chest out with pride. And he put his hand over his chest, and he one of them. I'm telling you, bro, it is a group of black people that Listen, black folks, because it ain't just because you got money. It's broke ass black people that really wish white folks would accept them and just can't stand black folks. It's broke ass black folks that really wish if they know if they had money tomorrow, they'd move the fuck away from all black folks and they want to go to an all white neighborhood or all Asian neighborhood. Black people want to get away from black people, even broke ass black people. But I want to make something very clear. We get too distracted. Listen, bro, I talk a lot of shit about black folks and I get very disappointed. It's a lot of shit, bro, at the way we are and the shit we do to one another, the black on black crime, all this shit we do, from the rappers to all that shit, bro, it's very disgusting, but I never let that shit get me off my mission. I never let it, and a lot of times we do that. We get so caught up in the self-hate, and I know, listen, bro, it's times when I'm at the store getting some gauze or something, I see a couple brothers, and I just, in the back of my mind, they be mugging when when brothers be deep and shit, or it's just a couple of them together. All of them look tough, and in my mind, I'd be like, boy, I'll fuck you off. I'll fuck each and every, I just can't stand our culture, and so sometimes I get caught. I think violent thoughts when I see some of these motherfuckers. When I see some of these motherfuckers with these tight ass pants and this green hair, I be having some violent thoughts because I know you ain't no good for us, and I know you just around this bitch to cause trouble. So I get it, but I can't never let that get you out of your mission. I don't give a fuck how much black on black crime exists. I know, bro. We don't have enough power for the black man to be my biggest problem. No, the black man is my biggest. We just a bunch of motherfuckers that's jealous of each other. But our hate for each other, it go very deep, but you could never compare that to the hate of whites. You could never, self-hate, that shit is bad. It's some bad shit. And Asians, they make billions of dollars a year off weave. So self-hate, I'm telling you, bro, it is very profitable in America. It's some big shit. That shit ain't bigger than white supremacy, bro. It'll never, the hate that black men have for each other, it'll never outweigh the hate that white folks have. That shit'll never, white folks still hate us and we don't even harm them. White folks still hate us and we have no ill will. We ain't tried to get no retaliation. White folks still hate us even though we still broke. So, Beyonce made a country song. White folks, and they trying to ban that from the country charts. The hate of white folks, they don't have a reason, bro. It's just in them. That's the difference. We got a reason. We think on what black people have done to us and this and that. No, you ain't got to do no harm to white folk. The hate is in them. That shit is in them. And one thing about it, white folks hate Asians too. They hate Arabs and shit, but the hate that they have for blacks, there's never been a greater hate. There's never been a deeper evil hate than it is that white folks have for blacks. That's the deepest hate that has ever existed in history, and it won't let up. White folks have never let off the gas. They've been mashing the gas ever since. The only difference is white folks just don't call us the N-word to our face. They just say, no, you denied by that loan. You can't get this loan. You don't qualify. They just send CPS. It's just other ways. Instead of calling you the N-word, it's other ways they do to keep you down. That's why we still in the ghettos. So, listen, I get it. We can keep talking about the destruction. I will always bring up the destruction because the amount of money we spend per year. If we live like we used to live in the 70s and 10 folks was to a house and we didn't care about shiny shit as much and trying to outdo each other, and we lived together as families and built and owned homes and everybody could say they money and build shit. Now we could be in a better place if we were smarter with our money. No. These jobs ain't shit and we don't make a whole lot of money, but we sure spend a lot. So yeah, if we were smarter with our money, we could have our own Wall Street again, Black Wall Street again. We could have that shit like Tulsa, Oklahoma and out there in Rosewood. We could have that shit back if we were smarter with our money. But black folks ain't gonna go but so far, bro. If every black man worked just as hard, bro, it don't mean that all of them would be rich, bro. It ain't designed for black people to be rich in this country. Only some, bro. Only some, bro. Only some. 90% will continue to be poor, bro. It is set up that way. So it's bro. This Lucas dude, and I noticed that most comedians are like that these days. They very white friendly, and I'm gonna tell you another thing about black comedians that I noticed that they do when they get in front of white folks. It's a form of tap dancing. Black people will overly use the N-word when they get in front of white crowds. And if you ever notice, but this ain't no racism though. When black comedians, when the punchline is the N-word, or when they just use it, and like when Kevin Hart, you say, when he was telling his partner to cover for me, he was, help me, nigga. And white folks went crazy. When the punchline is the N-word, they just laugh at the word. Fuck the joke. They love it when brothers overly use the N-word. They love it. They love it. And that's a form of tap dancing. That's a form of acceptance. It's like I'm talking about myself. I'm clowning myself. White crowds love it when black comedians do that. They love it. And so I notice a lot of comedians do that. And it ain't just a new one. Steve Harvey used to do it. Ricky Smiley done it. A lot of them. I heard Bernie done it a couple times. You know, he got a little, you know, I just can't stand black people. Or get to talking about how fucked up black people are and shit and how fucked up. That ain't white folks' business. So, you know, it's just a bunch of tap dancing, bro. We want to be accepted. So it is so many black people that just want to be accepted. I'm telling you, bro, it's black people that, I'm telling you, bro, with the right amount of money, bro, they going to want to go towards white folks. We just want to feel like it's just who we are. But yeah, Willie D, Steven Jackson, bro, y'all just on some H-Town shit. It's George Floyd from H-Town, bro. You didn't show that same anger about that girl Tatiana out there in Fort Worth when the law shot her for no reason. So and she died in front of her nephew. It's selective outrage, bro. We be on some city shit. If that shit happen in my city, it's important or something. But this Lucas dude, bro, you a different kind of dude. You done let white folks do weird. You done took some shrooms and fell asleep around white folks. You done did some weird shit. You done got drunk and had wild parties with white folk, bro. You are proud to be an American. I'm telling you, it's that type. And like I said, it's a new batch of mixed breeds too, bro. Mixed breeds, damn that, bro. You see so many mixed breeds, you wouldn't even think it's no black in them. Everything about them is white. That's the new mixed breeds used to want to prove they blackness. Mixed breeds didn't used to want to be white. These new mixed breeds, they claim their white side more. I'm just saying, they're just something I've observed and noticed. These new mixed breeds act completely white. They don't relate to the blackness of none of that. They take on their white mother or their white father's culture. So I'm telling you, but black people, it's so many. I'm telling you, bro, we are at a point where for that money, bro, 99% of us we'll destroy ourselves and destroy those that look like us. Long as we winning, bro, it's just the mentality that has fucked us up. Long as I'm winning, bro, I don't give a fuck about nobody else. Long as my house and my yard cut and everything good and I got by 4-5 cars, I don't give a fuck about the next man. We don't think community. That's our biggest problem, is that we just got an individual mentality. But I'm telling you, that Lucas dude, and he said and let me tell you something, bro. Any black comedian that always perform in front of all white audiences, bro, that is the most suspect shit. Why else would white people be so? I mean, it just, you know, it's like that dude that be wearing them white contacts, you know, that rapper, and he got mostly a white, I'm just saying, bro. It just, you know, black people's biggest problem is, even Lucas, bro, I don't care how much you tap dance for white folks. I've never seen a Negro that white folks have loved. Never. There's never been a Negro, bro. It's been some hopping Bob. It's been some Uncle Tom, Sambo, monkey dancing monkeys, boy. It's been some of the best monkey dancers that has ever exist, and white folks still didn't love them. They used them. They used them for good resources, and shit like that. But I've never seen a brother that is ever, that Jackie Rock, none of them, not even our athletes, they love to watch them. Yeah, they love to watch basketball players and love to watch the NFL players and watch them sweat and do all this shit that they can't. They love that shit. It ain't never been a black man that white folks have loved. So what I'm saying is, bro, after they use you, bro, you know, they spit you out, bro. That's the thing that all coons have all, at the end, somewhere later in your years, it may be 20 years from now, you gonna realize, bro, you weren't even a pawn. You was never even on the chessboard. You were just a damn monkey that was dancing, that white folks could laugh at, and you think they laughing with you. But nah, bro, you will never be accepted. You will never be accepted. Not Tiger Woods, none of them. Barack Obama, none of them. There's never been a black man that has ever been accepted by white people in America. I don't give a fuck how Charles Barkley, none of them. You may have white friends, but white people will never accept you. That's just a fact. And you got to trying to prove so much. I've been pulled over several times. It's the way you should behave. See, I watch video body cam, and I know how to talk. And that's why black people keep getting killed. It's the way we talk. Well, you just said it ain't no racism in America. So why are we steady getting killed? It shouldn't matter how bad I talk to an officer. There's no reason for you to kill me, bro. For talking shit? For resisting arrest? One of the saddest things I ever seen, though, it was a brother, a black cop, though, that killed this. He was a preacher. He was about 70 years old. He was fucking with him, said something about his car, and just started tasing the man and killed that man. So we're gonna see a lot more of that, just like them black officers that teamed up and beat that brother to death. We gonna, at this point, self-hate is bad. It'll never outdo white supremacy. And one more thing I want to make clear, there's never been a brother that white folks love, and there's never been a brother, no coon that ever existed has ever gained the power that white folks have. No. It's some that has become billionaires. It's some that has become millionaires. Yeah, Oprah got plenty of money, but she don't run shit in America. Yeah. You can gain a lot of success. You will never get the power the white boy got in this country. Give a fuck how much you tapped in, how successful you get. You will never get that kind of power. You will never get white power. So you just gonna have some individual power that can be taken from you at any time. So just a bunch of lapdog, bro. At this point, everybody want to sell out. Everybody, motherfuckers is waiting. We got that. It's a long line. Everybody want to sell out for that mighty dollar, bro. And another thing, I've never been rich, and I don't know if I ever will be rich, but I'm glad it's stuff. Ever since I was a kid, I've never let money dictate what I do. I've never let money dictate my integrity. Money has never made me. And I've always been a giver. It's just me personally. I'm just a giver. I'm more of a giver than a taker. But I feel like even with rich, and you hear all these comedians and black R&B singers and rappers, when they fall off, they tell you, bro, I was never happy with that money. I was never happy. I got more miserable. The cameras was on me more. People watch you more. It's way more pressure on you when you're rich. But I'm not saying that, like, don't get money. It ain't about that. It ain't about not. I would love to be rich. But the point is, it's the mentality. It's the mentality. It's a lot come with it. It's more so, I would want to be one of them rich dudes that don't live a rich lifestyle. You know? But it's when you rich and you live the rich lifestyle and you amongst other riches. It was a comedian that made a joke. I'm trying to think what comedian he was. He was like, it was Kevin Hart. He was like, man, I got friends like Shaq and friends like this and this and that. And you can't just spend money like them because they spending big money. And you own, but you ain't own like. And that's how it is when you're around the rich. You're gonna be around people that's richer than you and they balling out. So you wanna buy up the bar, you wanna buy up the club that night, you wanna buy up this hotel, you wanna buy this and buy just to keep up with the rich. That's the problem. And before you know it, you broke and you strung out on that same shit they own. And it's a lot of shit, bro. So we so ready to sell out, but we don't even know what we're gonna do with that money. And like I said, money don't bring happiness. If you ain't right on the inside, bro, you're going to be fucked up forever. And the money going to make you a worse person. And it's going to make you destroy yourself worse. It's a lot of you motherfuckers. If you had more money, bro, boy, the powder you snorting, right now you snorting 1.5 every day. Boy, you would be snorting. So I'm just saying. You understand me? Yeah, you just run through a 20 bottle a day. Boy, you get enough money, you going to run through them strikes, boy. So I'm just saying, money can make us worse. Money can make us worse. Yeah, you a little low budget pimp that's on powder and you got 3 hoes and you slap them every now and then. But boy, with the right amount of money, boy, you'll get into some weird shit. You'll start trafficking and you wouldn't care about the age. A lot of times with money, a lot of evil thoughts come. Because some of the most evil people that exist are the rich because they have power. But we ain't finna talk wealth, because when you talk about wealthy people, then that's a whole nother ball league. It ain't nobody black that's wealthy. There's no black person in America that's wealthy. That don't exist. You know, the Rockefellers was wealthy. But anyway, it's a new batch, boy. Between self-hate and wanting to be accepted by white folks, those are the biggest issues I see. But between self-hate and wanting to be accepted so badly by white folks, I think them the 2 biggest issues. So, but they're just issues we got to resolve. But I'm telling you, bro, you know, we think because them dogs ain't sick on us, and we think because, you know, we don't see the sheet over their head, bro. You know, you can be a sheep in wool clothing. I mean, a wolf in sheep clothing, bro. Just because you don't see them sheets on top of their head, bro. White folks are very comfortable at this point in America, but it still don't stop the hate. It still don't stop the need to be on top and the need to keep a certain group of people down. That's one thing about it. Most white folks, even whether they nice and got black friends or whatever, 99% of all white folks are for the betterment of their people, and they love America, and they love the fact that their people are on top. But it's deeper than that. Most white folks, it ain't just that they want to see their people on top. They understand that other groups of people must be destroyed for their people to stay on top, but by any means. So if it takes fentanyl, if it take crack, if it take these drugs, if it take all this mass incarceration to keep white folks on top, and now we got more judges, and now the criminal system alone supplies America. The criminal system alone supplies America with billions of dollars a year. So most white folks are in agreement. Whatever it takes to keep my people on top, they all for it. And every now and then we'll throw some baskets to the poor and some baskets of food, and we'll do some shit like that. You know, but it is what it is, bro. You just got to understand classism and understand it's a motherfucker, bro. I don't think there's ever been a point in America where there's been so many coons. See, back in the game, a lot of black people did it because they didn't want to be shot. We ain't gonna be shot now. They ain't shooting us in the street. These motherfuckers are running to dance. They putting on the suit. The white boy ain't even gotta make them put on the monkey suit. They volunteer. They showing up with the monkey suit on. Black people are so excited and intrigued, and they are in a rush to please white folks like never before. This group love white folks more than any group that has ever existed. I'm just telling you, bro. We fucked up. This group, you ain't got to tell them how to dance. You ain't got to play the music. You ain't got to get the music started. They gonna dance. Them motherfuckers ain't gonna miss a beat, bro. I'm telling you. But most of us don't give a fuck, and to the some that do, a lot of times the some that do, we divided too, because you think your idea better than mine, but we both supposed to love black folks, but we can't come together. So even the people that claim to love black people and claim to be for the struggle, we can't even come together. Because you think your idea better than mine. Or I cuss too much. Or, you know, we'll come up with a reason not to support another brother that's moving in a positive manner and that's standing on what we call today business. Nah, we don't support each other, so, because we want to be smarter. So, you know, it is what it is. But this Lucas dude, that George Floyd joke, let me tell you something, because old boy was kind of embarrassing you. There was some hate. You thought of that first motherfucker that took your money in school. You thought of everything that black people, when you said that joke, it was deeper than that. And you was trying to show white folks, I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all. And white folks gave him a standing ovation when that black man left. Oh, boy, I'm finna end the video. The highlight of the goddamn night. Let me tell you something, bro. I damn near threw everything off this motherfucking table when I saw this. It was about 12 black people in there. The rest was white. And they was laughing at the joke. When the brother left, that was heckling them, they cheered like an applause, like, get the fuck out of here. They went crazy. They chanted him on for doing this. But we say racism don't exist. White folks would cheer you on to destroy yourself. You stupid motherfucker. But this is what made me madder than anything. It made me more madder than the joke. What made me even more madder than the goddamn joke. It was about 13 black people in there. It was the black women that got up. Nah. It was the black men that was there. It was 3 of them. It was about 3 of them. And they was trying to stay. But they with a girl, and she's saying, oh no, he's too disrespectful, this and that. And they ain't being disrespectful. They just saying, no, you disrespectful. Hell no. But the brothers that's with them, it's like, they following behind her, but they dap the comedian. He was like, because he telling the brothers, like, y'all good. You mean you just following her, this and that? Y'all good. The brothers was dapping him up on the way out, like, yeah, I'm cool with you, bro. You good. It's just girl, she tripping and this and that. On some shit like that. It was the black women in there walking out, making they man come with them because they didn't want to leave. It's a deep hate with black women hating on each other. They just hate on their man. Hate on their man and just want their weave to look better and be bopped up more. But the hate of yeah, that's really the biggest shit. Most black women just hate on each other because, especially if it's some light skin, dark skin shit. Either that or, and you know, the good hair, bad hair. But most of the part, she just either hating on your man or some shit and want her man to outdo yours and outfuck your man or some shit like that, or her weave to be better. Yeah, she want her Brazilian hair to look better than your shit. That's how black women really hate on. But they can come together and they can all come together all the time to say black men ain't shit. That's their unity. Black women and Tyler Perry now, between Tyler Perry and Madea, black women can always come together. They have a truce. Black men ain't never created a truce. The Crip and Blood still ain't done it. No, black men, the hate we have for each other is way deeper than the hate that black women have for each other. So now it was brothers there that didn't want to leave, didn't want to go nowhere because they wasn't offended. It was the black women that was telling their man, get your bitch ass up and come on. Like a little hoe. It is what it is, bro. But that disgusted me the most when them dudes dapped him up. Because I'm going to tell you some real shit if you really want to talk real shit. We talk this, comedians should be able to say what they want to say. Well, ever since Chris Rock got slapped, I'm going to tell you some real shit, though. Motherfuckers should have been getting slapped. Motherfuckers should have been getting slapped. I'm going to say this. Stand-up comedy, they've weakened it from a long time. I mean, when you look back in the 50s and the 40s, what the comedians used to do and the weird shit they used to do to impress white folks. Then you had the Red Foxes and you had the Richard Pryors. And then it got a little more, somewhat, it got more bold. And it seemed like, even though Def Jam was one of the dopest shit that done came through comedy, Def Jam was when black people really started tap dancing to me the most. It kind of led comedy from, because comedy before that was much different. It was Def Jam when you first seen a black man comedian put on a dress and start making people laugh. That was the first time you really saw that when it started trending. And then after that, you got the Joanna Mans and the Shanae and this and that. But the 90s was when that shit started trending and black comedians became softer. So it's been a lead all the way up to this shit. I'm telling you, and Kevin Hart just done led the way for soft comedians. Kevin Hart and he done led the way for just soft comedians. Kevin Hart would do anything in a movie. So everybody know that. But anyway, nah, bro, we really, that's why I say we don't love each other. It's not even about George Floyd. It's the fact that you trying to please white folks and you willing to shit on your own people just to make white folks laugh. They should have jumped his ass. But like I said, I'm just saying, but it's a lot of shit, bro. It's so much we do that there's no code, because there would be disciplinary. There would be action when a black man do something to belittle his people or something. It would be, there's no consequences. Even on the street shit, bro, everybody snitching. Everybody locking seas with the big homie at the corner store. You know he told it, but he still got bricks. So you on his dick like a little bitch. This is 903 Box, and I'm your host, George J. With that, I'm out.